Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
We're about to get our butt handed to us by...
I think we actually are.
I said butt because we're a family-friendly channel. Oh,
Yep, we're down.
We got clocked.
Stupid birds.
Have you ever gotten... I guess since we're talking about, like, childhood stories, have you gotten, like, punched? Like, by another
my
kid?
uncle?
No,
Were you even listening to
No,
me?
I definitely was. I was, when I was in 6th grade, this kid, I'm not going to say his name, obviously, but we were in PLTW. It's called, like, it's like a project lead the way class. That's why it's called PLTW, but, this one taught... Jeez, I just said we're family friendly.
Oh, yeah. I hate the...
I was in class, and we were learning about 3D software, but today he was gone. I'm just, like, telling it from the perspective of if I was there. And I'm sitting in class, and, you know, he has a substitute. The substitute was already, like, didn't care for us, like, right off the bat.
Most substitutes.
He was, like, this old Hispanic man that said, like, don't bother me telling you your name because all white people look the same.
Oh, please don't tell me he said that.
He did. I thought it was funny.
I mean, that is funny, but I mean, for a substitute.
If from an adult telling that to 6th graders is probably not the best
Nope.
format. But he said that, so I was like, oh, he's not going to care if anything happens. But I didn't know I would be getting punched in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And we were, this is terrifying, like, reliving this. We were watching the TV, and it was just this, like, cake show where they're making a cake.
Yeah.
And we had to take notes on, like, the planning and, like, all these things and, like, observations and stuff like that. And quit getting snuck up on.
I don't know how to not...
So when you turn, it's gonna, if they... like hit you from behind, or if they get at you from behind, then the screen's gonna swirl red, and that means you got snuck up on and they get a free hit. But if you sneak up on them behind, then, you know, it'll turn like swirl green, and then it'll swirl neutral if you're both looking at each other.
Yeah, thanks for telling me that.
Yeah, no problem. We were you know, had a cake, watching it, and then this individual starts, you know, He was a very troubled kid, I would say. He kept getting into trouble. And he kept messing around, and I lightly pushed him. And when I say push, I don't mean push. I mean, like, nudged, I should say. And then he said, I was like, can you stop? He was like, oh, no, he was like, fine. He didn't say, oh, okay.
Dog! I forgot the name of my dog.
How dare you? It's Chappie.
Chappie.
Oh, go find his brother.
Okay.
Got a bowl haircut? What a nerd. I had a bowl haircut as a kid. But he was like, talking again and messing around. And then I lightly nudged him again. I said, hey, stop. I'm trying to do this, like, for, you know, homework. And then he said, if you push me again, I'm going to punch you in the face. And me, being the smart little kid I was, thinking, this kid's full of it. And then I did it again. Because obviously he messed around again. And then he used the momentum from my push to wind back and then clock me in the lip. It was like, I was more shocked, and then the crying started coming in. Because this is the age where you're just out of 5th grade, so you're going to still cry in front of people. And this kid next to me was like, bro, why'd you do that? And he was like, actually ended up being really nice because I wasn't going to tell the principal, but he did. Because I was just crying in gym and, like, all the popular girls were looking at me. It was not fun at all. And then we got taken to the office, and the assistant principal was like, he said you pushed him out of his chair. The kid literally, like, just straight up lied to them about how hard I pushed him. I gave him a little nudge, and the assistant principal's like, he said that he was, like, out of his seat. And then he compared both of the records, me with just a clean slate, because I didn't want to do anything bad, because I was a little, you know, twerp.
Yeah.
And then he had been suspended, like, 5 times, so me thinking he was full of it was obviously wrong. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna give you a warning because you were the first one to physically provoke him by nudging him. I'm like, I'm crying because he's like, I'm gonna call your mom. He wasn't saying that as a threat. He was like, can I call your mom? I'm like, yeah, her number is meh. And the thing is, she's asleep during the day because she had a night job at the time.
Yeah.
And so, this principal is waking my mom up, or this assistant principal, to saying like, ooh, this guy looks tough.
I've never seen this dude.
He's a Smash Bros. Assist trophy. That's his original game.
Oh, that dude?
It's not his original game, by the way. I was joking. For any of the people mad at me. But, BuzzBuzz got some PSI. I was, crying, and my mom, like, picks up, and she's like, hello, and he's like, one of your, kids had been involved in, like, an encounter or whatever, and she's thinking it's one of my brothers, because I was just, like, a little kid that didn't really mess around with anyone, but, then I grew up, to be in with video games, and obviously became a very violent person, so.
Right.
Yeah. Anyone I see, I just punch them. Doesn't matter if they're pregnant or what their age is.
Of course.
But yeah, that's my story on how I got clocked in the mouth. And my lip was the size of a whale, so me crying and trying to talk sounded like buh, 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 buh. I was like, I did not push him that hard. And I couldn't tell if he was trying not to laugh or something like that. Right. But the nurse was like he saw me because we were both gonna talk. But then he saw my face. He's like, go to the nurse right now, because we were both gonna be in that room. And if we were, then he would have like demonstrated the push, and I would have been like, that's full of horse.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was not fun. It actually really hurts. Don't get punched. Don't get in fights. Because if the guy, like, gets you on the ground, he's not going to stop. And that's my main fear. Is, like, getting clocked and then on the ground, and then he keeps going. It's like, dude, you already knocked me out. If I knock someone out, I'm not going to, like, climb on top of them and, like, start going, to town. That sounded weird out of context. But yeah, I'm not going to start hitting them in the face really hard. That's really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen those school fights, and they're not fun. Okay, we can start focusing on gameplay now that story's over.
Yeah.
So BuzzBuzz is he really powerful with the PSI and such?
It seems so. He protected me from basically all the other guys' attacks.
Nice. Okay, what are you doing right now?
I forgot. I wasn't paying attention.
Talk to your mom. I think that's what you're supposed to do. Or maybe, like, go on the telephone. Because your dad...
I did both.
Okay.
Telephone to save. Mom gave me some appful.
There's a bunch of theories on, like... Because there's 3 EarthBound games. And obviously the third one is Japan exclusive. That's where Lucas is from. Mm-hmm. But, the first one is not NES. It's Nintendo. There's a theory that Nintendo is Ness's dad. But they're never actually, like, Ness and Lucas are never, like, connected besides, like, Smash Bros. Brawl. But yeah, I find the EarthBound series very interesting. Because a lot of, like, Undertale?
Yeah.
Toby Fox, his, like, first, like, upload of it was, like, I think it was, like, a Halloween mod on EarthBound. Or something like that. But his humor and style is very inspired by EarthBound, which is really cool.
Yeah.
There's apparently like a Frisk leak for Smash Bros. Or something like that.
I don't think that's true.
Frisk is the main protagonist in Undertale, if you guys don't know. I'm sure half the people are like, wow, who the hell's Lucas?
Yeah.
What's our guy's name, by the way? Kempf?
Trumpf. It's Kempf.
Kempf, okay. Are you sure you don't know what to do? Oh, okay. Hey, Kempf, so, blah, blah. I don't want to bother
get
reading.
picky home.
Yeah. So, they're your neighbors, so just go to the next door house. Ooh, they got nice tile. Ugh! Gosh, I love their dad. He's such a dad look. Where in the Samwell have you boys been? But I never asked.
Oh, they're gonna get it. Just like my mom when I ate the jelly bean.
Your uncle's just playing Just Dance. You're like, no! But...
Oh my god.
We've loaned your father a lot of money. It may have been $100,000 or more. Oh my goodness. Yikes. Anyways, I never asked, have you ever been in, like, involved in an encounter? AKA, like, fight, you know? Buzz got gotted, by the way. Because she thought it was a dung beetle. That's why I hate her. It's because she looks dumb and then kills, like, the most powerful, you know.
Yeah.
Rip Buzz. Oh. Boy, hold on.
My power must unite with the Earth's.
Okay. Well, at least it wasn't those, like, my $1 million are in the safe! I have my last final words, and the combo is... You know?
Yeah.
Wasn't that a whole bit that was totally worth the effort? Yeah, so I think the joke is just he keeps talking before he dies. It's funny. Is he not dead? Yeah.
I just step on him as I walk by.
I just walk away mid.
Okay, bye.
Can you imagine if someone's like final words and you just like get like distracted by something? Like, oh sweet, a penny on the ground.
Wait, you need to go to your what?
Sorry, this penny is way more interesting. Okay, so we have to... Honestly, I haven't been paying attention to the story a whole lot. What do we have? What's our objective? Defeat that big silver dude.
Yeah, we need to go to 8 locations and use our soundstone, and then unite with the Earth to defeat Gigas.
And we will do all of that in the next episode of the Michael Show.
Alright, goodbye.
Welcome to our 5-hour speed run for the next episode. Oh, wait, it's a sign. We have to get our picture taken before we go.
Fuzzy Pickles.
Aww. This guy just runs off and he's like, oh, well, okay. On that note, see you next time.